everyone. I am Shelley Esler from Loving Energy Transformations and Shelley's Angels, which is my remote healing group. And I am coming to you today in Toronto. I was actually hoping, you guys, that I could do this outside. I love to do my healing work outside and bring in nature and the wind and the sun. But it's cloudy, it's cool, it's misting, and more importantly, the traffic is just way too loud. So I'm sitting here in my hotel room, and today we're going to focus on healing allergies, seasonal allergies, chronic allergies. Everywhere I go, everybody's got the itchy, runny eyes, the runny nose, or ending up with sinus blocks, even illness-induced asthma from the allergies. So let's go ahead and get started. And for those of you that are watching live, that's awesome. And for those of you that watch the replay, the energy is literally just as powerful and healing as if you were watching it live. So let's get started and let's take a couple of deep breaths in. Gonna get you grounded into the here and the now. Bring you back into your core. Drawing everybody back into their bodies. There's a few of you that are kind of floating all over the place. So grounding everybody into the here and the now. There we go. And let's go ahead and clear any resistance and blocks that will prevent you from receiving the highest benefit of this healing. There we go. And a few of you are thinking already, you know, allergies run in the family. My parents have allergies. My kids have allergies. I've had allergies for years. First, let's go in and clean some of the ancestral lineage on the maternal and the paternal side. And I'm going to close my eyes as I do this so I can see what's going on. Going back, and I always go back further than needed, but going back about 150 generations. I'm sorry, you can hear the sirens. This is why I wasn't outside. We're also going to ask that this healing go deep into the RNA, the DNA, into the cellular levels. And we're actually going to start in the stomach. We need a really, really healthy stomach. Most of our illnesses start from the stomach. So we're going to ask for a really healthy microbiome. And I'm seeing leaky gut in a lot of people, little fissures, little openings. So we're going to ask for some healing and repair work done in the tissues and the lining of the stomach, please. The intestines, the colon. A lot of emerald green healing coming in. And also bringing in God's golden white light. Really doing a lot of repair work in that belly area. So let's go up and let's go into the lungs. I'm seeing asthma, irritations of the lining of the lungs, lots of fluid in the lungs. We've got congested coughs, dry coughs. Let's go in and make the corrections where needed, please. And while we're doing this, going to balance the elements in the body. Also upgrading the elements, please. Going in and calming the sensitivity down. A lot of sensitivity, hypersensitivity within the body to the allergens, to the irritants. And while we're at it, let's go in and let's start clearing some of the heavy metals, the toxins, the chemicals, the insecticides, the pesticides. Lots and lots of heavy metals clearing, you guys. And while we're doing this, I'm going to call the higher self in and ask your higher self to please take over the timing of this. Whether it happens all at once, over a week, over a month, if it's just slow going or pretty fast, your soul knows what you can handle. And we're going to go in and do some work on the spleen, some clearing of the spleen, the blood system, and really strengthening that immune system. The immune system is very, very compromised, especially when we have allergies. Strengthening that immune system, strengthening a little more. And going deeper, 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 deeper into the organs with some detoxing, please. Seeing some limiting beliefs of, well, we know allergies can develop at any time. Allergies can heal at any time. So let's just clear this limiting belief that allergies can't clear. Hey, Cheryl, how are you? Okay. Even a disbelief, there's a disbelief that you can't heal and that this can't work. So let's clear those limiting beliefs right now, please. Okay, we got lots of irritations going on in the lungs. So really bringing in that golden white light into the lungs and a wave of emerald green healing. Love you too, lady. How are you doing? There we go. This may cause some more coughing. I'm actually seeing a lot of people start to cough right now. Just let it, it's a clearing. It may get a little more irritated before it calms down, but we'll also bring in a very peaceful, calming energy to the entire central nervous system. Allergies are also, they make us very tired, you guys. So at the end, we'll bring in a little bit of a vitality boost to give you a little more energy to help. But right now, let's bring in that very calming, peaceful energy. And let's go into the nose. Guys, I'm actually seeing polyps. I'm seeing some polypoidal tissue from all the inflammation. I'm also seeing some deviated septums. So let's get to the root cause of these polyps and the polypoidal tissue. Hey, Barb. Hey, Neelam. Okay, we're going to bring in a lot of healing, you guys, into this nose. We're also going to bring in a little more blood flow. Now, this blood flow is to help with a little more healing. However, it can actually cause a little bit more swelling, so you may feel worse before you feel better. Some of you could take up to a week, but this extra blood supply is actually going to bring in a higher level of healing. And we've got a lot of work being done on these tissues inside the nose. Again, I'm seeing a lot of polypoidal tissue, a lot of abnormal tissue, all from the irritation, the swelling. And let's ask that the inflammation be cleared and normalized, please. So even though we're bringing in more blood supply, like I said, which will bring in that blood flow, a little bit of more oxygenation into the blood too, we're also going to help with that inflammation, help calm it down everywhere in the body. Actually hearing that some of you guys, hey Jill, hearing that some of you guys may actually have to go on an anti-inflammatory diet. To those of you that really, really have chronic issues with sinusitis, chronic allergies, it may take 2 to 3 months on an anti-inflammatory doctor. I would definitely get advised by a doctor before you do that though, especially if you have any other health issues. But you will see literally a drastic issue or a release from the inflammation if you do this. Not a lot of you, I'm just seeing a handful. It is very, very helpful. All right, we're going to continue to work on that nose. We've got a very powerful golden white light in the nose right now. Some of you might feel some extreme heat, and we've got some blockages we're actually working through. And they're taking me into the sinuses and the back of the head and the kind of wrap around underneath the ears, and we're doing some clearing and some healing there. we're going to bring some healing through golden white light from your left ear right through the center of the brain, out the right. Also doing a little bit of an activation on the ears at the same time. This is interesting. All right, itchy eyes, those eyes that won't stop tearing from the irritants and the allergens. Let's calm that down. Again, getting to the root cause. Also picking up a lot of skin sensitivities from the allergies. A lot of it is because we're not absorbing the proper nutrients, but I'm seeing rosacea, I'm seeing eczema, I'm seeing, some gluten sensitivities coming out in the skin. So again, let's try and calm that gluten sensitivity down. We've got to really restore the gut, you guys, to get a very, very healthy gut, which is what we've been working on. Okay, they're bringing a little more healing into that stomach. And we're just going to do a whole detoxing of the entire skin. So some of you might break out in a little bit of a rash as some of the toxins and the chemicals release and clear. And along with this, to really help clear, we've got to go in and open up that lymph system. So let's open up, starting around the armpits, around the chest, underneath the rib cage, fronts of your elbows, fronts and backs of your knees, around the ankles, opening that pathway up, and let's ask for some clearing of these toxins in the lymph system, please. It's going to be very, very important that you guys drink a lot of water. Really stay hydrated. This is some really intense energy coming in right now. I mean, from my feet all the way up to my thighs, I'm like buzzed. It's almost like the bed is shaking from this energy. It's really bizarre. So some very powerful stuff coming in here. Starting to feel a lot of heat in the nose. Almost looks like they're doing a little bit of cauterization on some of you inside the nasal cavity. Again, coughing in the lungs, the whole way up the throat. Got a lot of that post-nasal drip draining from the nasal cavities. Again, going very, very deep with this healing, guys. I'm going to ask that we go about 3 times deeper if we can. Really working on those tissues. It seems to be with this group, it's a really big combination between the nose and the stomach. So the stomach is what is appearing to be the root cause, which is kind of like that leaky gut and food allergies. Food allergies and sensitivities are definitely coming up. So again, let's just calm down the sensitivities to these allergens. Bringing in that very peaceful, calming energy again. And along with this, we become very stressed, you guys. We're tired, we hurt, we're cranky with all of that. The stress comes in because we're like, we're just done with this. We're over it. The season's just starting. When is this going to end? So let's clear those layers of stress that are being held everywhere in the body right now. Yeah, Cheryl, you always feel this. It's awesome. I mean, you're just very sensitive to the energy. Now I'm starting to feel a very icy, icy cold in the pit of my stomach. So it looks like we have some very deep-rooted issues coming up and clearing right now. Going into the ears, the eustachian tubes, clearing some fluid. And again, it's basically inflammation, you guys. But in some of you, we also have the opposite, like particularly with the eyes, there's an abnormal dryness. So it feels like you have sandpaper in the eyes. So this is where it comes into balancing the elements in the body in your doshas. So let's bring you back to your original constitution, and let's align you to your original crystalline blueprint from when you were very first created. There was no karma, there was nothing. That was complete perfection. So let's align everybody with that right now. I'm going to go really deep here, you guys, right now. I'm going to close my eyes and see what's going on. All right, so there's a little bit of imbalance and discord with the body systems, which they're showing me. Everything's kind of a little bit out of sync. So let's get these organs, all the organs, all the body systems, the endocrine system, all systems, all organs on board. We need to work as a team, communicate with one another, work in balance and harmony, clearing the confusion that is causing this. Lots of confusion within the body. And this causes the autoimmune guys, which leads to the, your thyroid problems, your leaky gut, all of these health issues. And along with all of that are the allergies and the sensitivities. So some of you, I'm also picking up, you're really sensitive to fumes from, whether it's just when you go outside, you're breathing in the pesticides, the fertilizers, the insecticides, cleaning, chlorine, ammonia, any of your air fresheners, if they're not natural. Some of you are very, very sensitive, and it's going right into the lungs. And that's where some of you get that illness-induced asthma. So we're clearing that, really calming down that irritation in the lungs. Some of you guys, your lungs are like red, really, really irritated. So I'm also going to bring in a little bit of pain relief. Because as we clear, some of you, and believe it or not, some of you may even go through some emotional clearing, especially since we went back into the ancestral lineage. But most of it's going to be physical issues. So drink lots and lots of water. All right, and let's bring in a mix of, they're showing me minerals, even vitamins and herbs. Sometimes it's enzymes, but this is more, it looks like minerals, vitamins, and herbs that the body needs. So I want you to take in 3 or 4 really deep breaths. Your higher self knows what it needs. It's going to take in what's needed. Oh, they're bringing in some elderberry for everybody. Lots and lots of vitamin C. Vitamin C is going to be your best friend, it looks like, in this group. You can take actually very high levels of vitamin C. And again, because they're showing me that, let's do some more work on that immune system. Let's really, really, really strengthen the immune system. If we don't have a strong immune system, you guys, we really can't heal. It's that important, between that and the stomach. So, and let's just calm down the central nervous system while we're at it, because everything's kind of in we're in flight or fright mode a little bit with this. And some of you feel like you're never going to heal. You're just never going to get healthy. Again, we're clearing that belief, you guys. Doesn't matter how many years you've had it. It can heal with the blink of an eye. Clearing that. All right, I want to clear any blocks anywhere in the body, known or unknown. Let's get a real nice flow of energy going in from the bottom to the top. And they're actually bringing in a huge wave of emerald green healing through your crown, coming all the way down your body. It's almost like I'm seeing, I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like a distortion, like if you looked in a mirror, like when you go to the circus or the fairs and you stand in front of that goofy mirror that makes you look all distorted. That's what this emerald green wave is doing. It's just making a huge, I don't know how else to describe it. It's just a huge clearing occurring in everybody here. All right, let's bring in some unconditional love. We need some unconditional love here. And again, let's really increase that very soothing, calming energy, please. Calming everything in the body down. And while we're at it, we might as well go in and do the kidneys and the adrenals. And let's clear them. Charge them. And some of you who get really bad, and I've been like this, you guys, because mine weren't so much from allergies, but when I would get really sick, I would swell shut. I would get major sinus infections. I didn't call them infections, they were blocks. Couldn't get anything in the nose, out of the nose. I literally felt like I was suffocating, like I couldn't catch my breath, that I was just not going to be able to breathe. So I'm actually sensing some panic in some people. So let's clear that panic, knowing that all is well. Letting those emotions clear, and that's kind of settling in the heart. So let's open up the heart and let the heart clear a little bit here. Some of these are past life issues. It looks like some of you guys have died from a suffocation. There's been a drowning. Some of you have had pneumonia. And they're showing me some other, like almost like a septic issue that occurred from the sinuses. All sorts of bacteria that developed. And some of you in past lives have died from that, which is where the fear is coming. So let's clear all these issues. I'm going to go silent as I do this. There we go. Big shift right there in everybody. Let's bring in another wave of the emerald green healing, please. Targeting the DNA, the RNA, the cellular structure, removing and clearing the memory imprints of these allergies, the frustration, the impatience, the tiredness, the pain, and the suffering from all of this, you guys. Clearing now. There we go. So I want to balance everybody's energies now. And I'm going to bring in the pink pearlescent energy to coat everybody. We're going to coat the insides of your body. Really going to focus on the eyes, the nose, down the throat, into the lungs, really through the intestines and the stomach. Coating, coating, coating. Some of you guys are getting dizzy. Let's open up your crowns and allow some of this energy out and really balance. Opening the meridians, energetic pathways, all your chakras. Let's just align everything. Getting a lot more than allergy healing, you guys. When we shift or heal something, then we usually feel it somewhere else, and we have to go in kind of a little bit deeper and smooth these things out and work these things out while we're at it. So yeah, I feel the lightheadedness too, Cheryl. I was getting very dizzy from it. The energy is really intense, and I feel like I'm about 200 degrees right now. Lots of energy coming into the crown and out of the crown, you guys. And while we're at it, let's just go ahead. We might as well do this, and let's balance the chemicals in the brain. And let's balance the hormones as always, increasing or decreasing as needed. And let's really balance that endocrine system. It's so important that every part of the endocrine system is working at its perfect level of perfection. And let's ask every organ, particularly that stomach and the digestion, to work at its perfect optimal level of perfection for you. There we go. All right, so to end, let's bring in that unconditional love through the crown. Let's bring in that very calming, peaceful energy. Just calm everything down, calm the sensitivities down, balance everything. And then I want to I'm actually going to surround you all. No, they're showing me they want to also bring in that wave of emerald green healing. And it looks like they're going to continue to run this frequency for about 2 hours on the group. And anybody that watches the video, this applies to you also. So it looks like for about 2 hours, these frequencies are going to be running. And let's just wrap you guys up in a bubble of golden white light for continued healing and protection. And I'm going to coat everybody with that violet flame. So we're really open. We've got a lot of energy running. So let's just keep everybody very protected here and allow that healing to continue. So again, you guys, because you've got so much detoxing going on, and I have asked that the higher self take care of the timing issue, but salt baths to help with the clearing, spend as much time outside. A few of you really do need to look into the anti-inflammatory diet, but again, I would consult with if you can find a naturopath, a functional doctor, just your, mainstream doctor. And for some of you, it might be 2 to 3 months of being on it. And then it's slowly introducing foods. How are they doing now, Jill? They might get a little bit worse, just so that you know, for the next couple of days before they improve, but keep me posted, okay? And one more thing, let's just bring in a little more oxygenation. That's what they're showing me. Everybody needs a little more oxygenation in the blood, in the cells. So let's bring that in right now. The lungs are just soaking this up. Lungs, and some of you are compromised here. Yay, Jill, that's awesome. That's fantastic. All right, you guys, lots and lots of water. Again, some time out in nature. And just know, you guys, you got to trust, you got to know that the healing took place. And don't listen to the mind. All these little secrets, don't listen to the mind when it says, oh, but I still feel crappy. Well, yeah, because there's sometimes a lag time. Sometimes people heal instantly. Some people take 2 or 3 days. Neil, I'm good. So glad, so glad. Yeah, you guys, I'm really glad you guys are feeling the effects. Seriously, I'm actually kind of sick to my stomach, have a headache, head is spinning. So I'm going to have to go outside, take a little bit of a walk, drink a ton of water to ground myself. So stay grounded, stay hydrated. Up the vitamin C. We brought in some elderberry. You can continue to take elderberry. Just listen to your body, you guys, and keep me posted. Love you all. Have a wonderful afternoon.